Hi, thanks for tuning in here today. Today we're going to be doing a nice little simple painting. I hope you can follow along with me. Let me have them graphically run the colors across the screen that you'll need to paint along with me. While they're doing that, let me tell you what I got up here on my easel. I have my regular 16 by 20 inch canvas, pre-stretched, double primed, and I add a thin coat of the liquid white. Rather than that, it's slick, it's wet, and it's ready to go. Now we could get started with today's painting. Today we're just going to have lots of fun with this painting. We're going to go ahead and go into a little bit of alizarin crimson with the 1-inch brush. Just tap a little bit, load it up. Let's come up here, and the reason why I put very little is because I want it to be very faint and very light. There we are. Really having to push that paint that I have on my brush in there because I rarely even have any paint, barely even have any. There we are. Just a little bit of flavoring, really. Now we can go ahead and we can go into a little bit of this is an all dirty brush, but I had it with blue anyways. A little bit of phthalo blue. Just tap it on the brush. And let's come up here and just ever so simple. All you're doing is just going in crisscross motion or just back and forth, little X's. Okay. Let's grab a 2-inch brush. I was using this one previously for blending. We'll just come up here, right where the both meet, and just blend it out and go across. Now, I want to darken up that corner over here. There we are. Very simple yet effective little sky. You know what? We need some clouds. We'll go ahead. We'll go into a little bit of titanium white. My brush is polluted with a little bit of blue and black, but it doesn't really matter. You can use pure white if you like. So my cloud is gonna be a little bit gray, but I don't care. As a matter of fact, I think it's gonna be better that it's gray because then we can add in highlights and all those cool other stuff. So look, just give me 1 second. Grab my 2-inch brush. We'll just blend the base out. There we are. Just blend it out until you don't see where it starts. Okay. Let me grab a flat brush. Okay. We'll go into a little bit of titanium white. We'll grab a touch of cadmium yellow, very lightly. And a little more white. Just using my flat brush and come up here. There. Just wherever you think the sunlight would kiss it. I want more white to it. There we are. To me, I had too much yellow the first couple of times, which is not bad, but just not the look I was trying to go for. There, just kind of loose strokes. Just kind of block it in. This could be like a sunset type cloud. There we are. Okay, so now what you do is grab your 2-inch brush and blend out that base. Lift up and go across ever so lightly. Now, let's say you're like, I want it to be brighter in some spots. Grab a little bit of white, just a little bit, and just go over the few little spots you think deserve that little extra highlight, but just kind of loose. Just loose. Okay? Each time you do that, you have to blend it. You can't leave it without blending. Lift up, boop, 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 and go across. And just like that, you have yourself a nice little cloud that Didn't take too much work. Now, if you're using pure colors, you would have saved yourself that time. But if you're like me and got too lazy to clean your brush, ugh, that took a little longer, but it's alright. I'll go into a little bit of mountain mixture, little white, little bit of blue. So just mixing up like a gray, but to the blue side. There. Just mix something up. We're gonna create a nice little simple mountain. Let's come up here and just decide. Maybe our mountain just boom. Have it have character. You know what? Maybe out there. I'm gonna make this one with, or I'll keep it a secret until I do it so you guys can see. There we are. This one over here. There. And just scratch as much paint as you can off. And we're gonna go ahead and grab our blending brush and just grab and pull. There we are. Just like so. And we'll blend out that base out. I did a bit darker this time, but I'm not gonna do an intermediate painting today, so I don't really mind. Did a bit of brown to that base color, just a bit, just to marble some colors. We'll come up ahead and just shoop, just let the paint break. There we are. Ever so lightly, no pressure. Okay, a little bit of brown, a little bit of white. And we'll come up here and just marbleize. Shoom. There we are. A little more brown. Maybe a touch of black. Just a touch. And some white. A little more black just to gray it out. Maybe a touch of blue too. Shoot, what the heck? Touch of crimson. Just mixing up random colors. Seeing what works. That's too light. More brown. Maybe more blue. Little touch of black in there. Says that I don't. Okay, that's all right. Not the favorite color of mine, but it'll do. You know what? We'll grab a little bit of phthalo blue and just come up here and add in a little bit of blue. And we'll go back with our brown and just kind of blend it out. You're probably saying, I don't know. He lost it this time. Maybe I did. But that's the fun part about painting. That's truly the best part, is you can try things out, and if they don't turn out the way you intended to, you can do two things. Either A, let it dry up and just paint right over it, or B, zip it right off, clean it off with some paint thinner or something, and just paint over it. Now we'll grab some titanium white, nice firm titanium white, cut a roll, and we'll come up here and just boop, boop. Very lightly. It's gonna be one of those mountains. Boop, boop, boop. Haven't done one of these in a while that I can recall. Watch, I did one last painting. That would be funny. There. There we are. Just kind of glide it. A little bit of that blue that we did earlier. And just shoot. Shoot, what the heck. Boop. Boop. Just try to use as much paint. I didn't mix up much. That's why. You can pull a little bit of that snow. Make it look interesting. Shoot, just dance it on. I don't know, you're the artist. I'm just here. Okay, just blend that out. And we can soften it up. And let's go ahead, let's go into a little bit of black on my 2-inch. Use my blending brush. Now, I gotta remove as much. So that's why I'm scrubbing it. There we are. Let's go ahead, let's go back to our crimson. And we'll see a little bit of that reflection in the water. I decided last minute, let's have water. You can really scrub it. That'll wear out your brush though, so be aware of that. You might want to use an old brush that you don't mind wearing out. There. Just try and get color in there. I don't want to put too much. See right there, to me that's too much how I did it. But you can just blend it, remove those brush strokes, and the more you work it in, the more lighter it will turn. So there's no issue. We'll go ahead into a little bit of phthalo blue on our 2-inch. And we'll come up here and just paint in a little bit of water. Okay. We'll come up here and blend the two out. I treat the water like the sky, because water is just a reflection of what's up in the sky. So just like that, with that same idea, I'm gonna put in a cloud right around here. It doesn't have to be perfect, at least for me, but I just want something in there. I'm gonna pull upwards and pull across. Just something light, something right there. Okay, let's go into a little bit of black and just kind of have something in there. Okay, we'll go into a little bit of cadmium yellow with that same dirty 2-inch brush. We'll come up here and just boop, boop, boop. Just tap it on. I'm gonna do something interesting. Hopefully it's interesting. And just tap. That's all you have to do. Tap. There we are. We'll pull a little bit of that color into the water. And just boop, 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 boop. There we are. There. Pull a little bit of that water into the water, I mean. Pull across. Now, we'll go ahead a little bit of phthalo blue, a little bit of titanium white. We'll do a little stream back in here. And maybe just goes out there. Has a nice little splash. There. Just something there, you know? Okay. Let me go ahead. Let's grab a little bit of Van Dyke Brown, cut a roll, and we'll cut in a little bit of dirt. There. Doesn't matter if the dirt goes off. Okay. We'll add a little bit of that with that gray brown we had earlier. We'll just a little bit on. Just very little. Boop. There we are. There. Okay. Maybe out here just a bit. We're gonna go ahead and just grab our fan brush. Number 6. Load it up with paint. Let's come up here and just shoom. And we can splash on a few little things going on in there. There we are. Just a small little indication of maybe a tiny waterfall out there in the distance. Let's go ahead. Let's have fun. These are all dirty brushes that I'm using because I'm too lazy to clean brushes. But it's the same idea. A little bit of black, a little bit of cadmium yellow. Just load it up. A little more black. Load up your brush. Real good. Number 6 fan brush. And we're going to come up here and just tap down. That's all you have to do. Tap, 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 tap. And we'll just bring it together. There. Grab our blending brush. Just try and pull as much paint so it looks like reflections rather than random paint being thrown. Like right there. Needs a little bit. There. Just have a few coming out more than others. Okay. You know what? That needs to be more green. We'll go ahead, a little more yellow. And we'll just add in a little bit more green into that. We can always add in things. People always have the fear of messing up, but you can't have that. If you have it, you're gonna mess up. You have to think you're gonna succeed in order to succeed. Whatever you put in your mind, that's what happens. So if you think I'm gonna succeed, you're going to succeed. But if you're constantly thinking, I don't know about this. Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. You're gonna overthink it, and you're not gonna do it well. That's why painting on the spot is so great, because how you call it doesn't give you enough time to overthink it. You're just painting a little bit of brown, a little bit of white. That's why I highly encourage people to don't look at their phones, don't look at anything. Just pick up a brush, pick up some paint, and just paint whatever comes to your mind. Load up your load up your fan brush. Let's come up here. Maybe there lives a nice little evergreen tree. See, all these stuff come natural. You can't force them. If you force them, everything's just gonna look off. Sure, there's times where you can do a painting off photographs, but those paintings aren't gonna have the same feelings as the one you just had fun with and enjoyed. You know what? Maybe one lives right here. You just have to enjoy the process and enjoy what you're doing. It's like in life. Whatever you're passionate about, do it and do it at the best of your abilities. Because if not, you're not going to do that job right. You have to dedicate yourself to your true passion, your true love. There. I really love seeing landscape paintings and being able to do them. So that's my calling. At least I think. But even then, I don't like to overthink it. A little bit of brown. If I overthink it, ooh. If I were to overthink things 50% of the times, ooh, you wouldn't see these videos. I would have overthought it by now. These videos happen because I say screw it. If the video comes out good, great. If it doesn't, then well, it's out of my reach. But that shouldn't stop you from trying. Just because you you worry less and just don't overthink it doesn't mean you're not gonna try. I try to give you guys the best possible videos and things, but stuff like this helicopter, hopefully you don't hear, but if you hear it, that's out of my reach. I can't do anything about it. I can't say no, don't pass by. So stuff like that, it's just you have to not think about it so much and don't get annoyed over everything. Some people fight just because one thing. Let it go. Tomorrow's a new day. You just have to worry about the present. There. A few little water lines. Just worry about the present and you'd be well off. Don't overthink things too much. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's grab a little bit of brown. And we'll do this. Look. Just act like you're doing a little S. And then do a little pocket. Now the head, that was an accident. I didn't mean to do that. But it worked out for the better. You see, when you think things less, they usually come out better. Oops. I was overthinking that part because I wanted to get the reflections right. Okay. Pull it down. Oh, had a little bit of color that wasn't supposed to be there. That's alright. We'll fix it up with water lines. A little bit of white. We gotta have that white swan. That was just a basic outline we did. We need that white swan. Maybe we see a little bit of color in the beak. Maybe just boop, boop, just something. Okay. A little bit of white and just have at it. There. You see, you can always fix things. Just goes back to what I'm saying. Don't overthink things. When you overthink them, things that you don't want to happen occur. Now, I am aware time is almost up, but I really enjoy painting with you guys. So let's just do this last little bit and we'll see where it takes us. A little bit of black in there and we'll load up that 2-inch brush full with color. And we'll just go boom, 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 boom. Just adding highlights. There we are. Once one side runs out, flip it to the other. There. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Let's go into a little bit of ivory black. My brush was polluted, so it's a bit green. Boop. Okay. Plop in a few little evergreen trees. There we are. Just tap them out. They live in your brush. There. Load up your brush once again, full with color. There we are. Look how easy it is. Just enjoy yourself. Enjoy the process. Painting is like real life. You just have to go step by step. A little bit of brown, a little bit of black. And we're gonna paint in another tree. Maybe another tree lives out here. It lives there now. And we'll go into a little bit of black and just push things up. Some little leaves just live up there. There we are. There. Load up our brush with cadmium yellow and boom, 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 boom. There we are. Load up your brush over here and just little highlights. There we are. There. And one highlight over here. Okay. And last thing before I go, we'll go into a little bit of brown, a little bit of black. Just last thing. We gotta create a nice little path out here. There. We'll go into a little bit of light color. And maybe the light just kind of kisses it over here. Well, I really hope you enjoy this painting. Try this painting out. If you do, send me a photo. I would love to see what you create. I'd like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care, my friends. Goodbye.